So I wanted to record this while it was still pretty fresh, but I just finished putting the girls to bed, and so we've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and it's funny, I find myself as I'm getting older saying the things that used to annoy me, not out of anything except for the fact that, people just keep repeating themselves when I was younger. One of those things is like, oh my gosh, I knew you when you were this big, or oh my gosh, like, wow. And I mean, the thing is as well, like, you can't, like, it's amazing looking at people grow up and watching them grow up, like, and I find myself doing the thing with my daughters now where I'm not starting to, like, I definitely do understand how people, it sounds quite primitive, right? But how people develop such a, like, a love for their own kids. And I think the thing is, you see them in their most, if you're looking anyway, because obviously people are busy and don't see it, but if you take the time to, like, you can see the development in your children. And the thing, like, for instance, this was really cool. So this was beautiful. It happened a couple days ago where Beck got home from work and our eldest daughter had like a bit of tummy pain, and her name's Lexi, and Tilly, who's 1 year old, right? She literally just turned 1 not long ago, and she, oh man, it blew me away. So she left the living room, crawled, because she can't walk yet, right? She crawled to her room, grabbed our eldest daughter's Lexi's comforter, and brought it back to her. Now, you go, okay, like, whatever. But to imagine that within 12 months, that she went from literally not being able to survive and do anything on her own, to be able to see someone else in pain, empathize with that pain, understand what that means and feels like, then also be able to remember the things that helped her, which in this case was her comforter when she was in pain, to then go and, of her own accord, and not get distracted along the way with toys and shiny objects, go and get the comforter for her sister and then bring it back to her intentionally. That blew me away. And it's just that sort of stuff melts me, hey, like, and she's just so beautiful. Oh my God, I love Tilly. I love Lexi as well, but like, Lexi's just got this like wild, bubbly personality, and I love it. Like, she's so fun. And Tilly's a lot of fun too, don't get me wrong, but Tilly's definitely the cuddle pot of the two of them. And and I just, like, she's so thoughtful, so caring, and I just love that. So that was really cool. Even tonight, like, they had these like little pool toys, and Tilly grabbed the pool toys and took them over to Lexi, and just even then, like, I just tucked the girls into bed, and the rules are you don't get out of bed, right, as every parent does. And I looked on the monitor, and Lexi was out of the bed, and I just got on the monitor and I said, Lexi, lie down, it's time for sleep. And this will usually happen a couple of times if she's mucking around. And she looked directly at the monitor, which was scary as hell because it just had devil eyes. I was like, ugh. She looked directly at the monitor and she said, blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't quite make it out. So I was like, Lexi, what are you saying? And she looked at the monitor, said it again. I was like, what the heck? So anyway, I opened the door, went in there, and she's like, Daddy, I'm trying to put my socks on. And I was like, oh, babe. Like, she's just so, in the pitch black, she's just trying to put her socks on, Oh, I don't know. Maybe people don't understand that. Maybe I'm, like, reading into it too much or whatever, but I freaking love it. I love my kids. Yeah, anyway, so that was cool. What else? So today we've been doing a really, really, really good sales in the coffee shop leading up to Christmas, so that's been really good. So we opened in October, so we're we'll be coming up to 2 months very soon. Finishing 2 months, so we'll be into our 3rd month in about a week. My new job is good. It's a heap of variety, a lot of construction and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, It's about the end of my story. I'm still stressing a shitload. The whole thing about our childcare expense is insane. I can't remember if I mentioned it in the other video, but it's $850 a week, and it's crazy. So yeah, so I'm back working full time, and it's a good wage, which is great. But we're gonna have to start drawing a small wage from the business for Beck to cover the childcare costs. Otherwise, we won't be able to sustain it. So that's a thing. But yeah, that's about the end of my story. Anyway, I would just love to know where we're at in 12 months. If it's just a matter of hard work and in 12 months just play the game, play our cards right, and we'll be sweet. Or if we're screwed. And I don't know. I don't know which way it'll go. I've got a pretty good idea of which way it'll go. But I'm just so fucking sick of people taking so long. People give... Okay, case in point, I like to move fast. I like to do shit quick, right? Case in point, I said to Beck today, I was on the phone to her, and I was like, hey, what if we build... Because there's $45,000 worth of government grants for new builds at the moment. Crazy, right? So I was like, what if we just built a house? And then Beck was like, that actually might be a really good idea. So that was something that we were considering. Long story short, it's not going to work. Anyway, the whole thing about us moving really quick, like moving on things really fast. I literally called the guy who's the biggest property developer in our area. I called him. I was just like, hey, mate, you remember me, blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Like, I want to see if we can do a build. And he's like, yeah, sure, no worries. So I just shot straight down there. I'm tired. Anyway, I keep tripping over my words. So within like a couple of hours, I teed up time to go down and see him. So I went down, saw him, worked out where we're sitting. It's not going to end up working out. But the whole thing is like, at least we know now. At least we know that for us, the build is too expensive right now, and it would kind of hamstring us a little bit. So at least we know, we're not wondering anymore, but I just hate when people don't move fast, and you just like, fuck me, just fucking do your job. Do your job, move quick. That's the end of my story. Yeah, anyway, that's today. I can't wait for the business to be running how we anticipated it to be. Not anticipated to be, with all the offerings that we wanted to have. That's my story today. Thanks for listening, even if it's just me that listens.